Africa for freedom, and the atomic bomb exploded in the same year. This is Nigeria, where 36 million citizens felt the impact of government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And the specter of an atomic bomb exploding in the nearby Sahara, all within the 90-day period. This is Nigeria, where children learn to spell freedom, and the words of their new national anthem, so new that the music has not yet been written.
Where no man is oppressed.
This is Nigeria, where the parents, 80% of them illiterate, exercise their freedom at the ballot box. This winter, the Nigerians held their first popular national election, and the French set off their first national nuclear weapon nearby. And the Geiger counters were part of the same campaign. Some of the speeches sound like this.
It is not unlikely for some of the radioactive dust to be blown by the wind blowing from the Sahara to the northern parts of Nigeria and other northern parts of West Africa.
If freedom and fallout were planks in a platform, if the battle for men's minds was waged by jungle drums and whistle-stop helicopters, then this was all part of a chain reaction that extends from Lincoln to Einstein and has moved its testing ground to Africa.
In the words of one of the greatest men produced by the world, we have been waging this struggle with charity for all, with malice towards none.
This is the story of an election. A portrait of the people caught up in the freedom explosion sweeping the continent. Our report begins with Eric Sevareid on election night. Well, our cameras will take you back to the 6 turbulent weeks of the political campaign as the 3 major parties fought it out for leadership.
The conquest of Africa is underway again, this time by Africans. The brown Africans of the north are already free, the Sudan, Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, and Algeria on the way. Now colonialism is crumbling in black Africa. Ghana and Guinea are free, and Nigeria stands on the eve of freedom. Nigeria is the most populous country in all Africa, some 36 million people. It's the biggest remaining piece of the British Empire to go. It will be the largest independent black nation in all the world. That is our story. I'm Eric Sevareid. I'm reporting tonight on film from the temporary CBS election headquarters here at the racetrack in Lagos, the federal capital of Nigeria. This is election day, and the returns are posted here at the track. The city is excited. A high percentage of 9 million registered voters have been casting their ballots today in 25,000 polling stations all over the country. Every government in the world is watching what is happening here today, but Nigerians are not thinking much about the rest of the world. This election concerns domestic matters. Nigeria is just above the equator. It's a country as big as Texas plus Oklahoma and Louisiana. Its coast used to be called the Slave Coast, the ancestral home of a great many American Negroes. There are 3 regions or states, the North, the West, and the East, plus the Federal Capital District. Lagos, the federal capital, is where we are now. It was the original crown colony. Its streets swarm with about 400,000 people representing a great many of the tribes in the country. There are about 400 different tribes and other groupings, distinct groupings in this country, and they speak about 250 different languages. The tribal and regional hostilities are deep and strong. There are 312 seats in the federal parliament. That means 312 constituencies. The party with a clear majority, and that would be 157 at least, or with the highest total of seats after this vote, will be asked to try to form a government. The leader of that party will be asked. The campaign has gone on for months. It is as passionate, as accusatory, as the campaigns in the Torchlight Parade days of the Jacksonian era in America. In fact, in its style and its tone, the whole thing is much more American than anything British. This is a whistle-stop campaign rally, African style. The place, Dawakin Kudu, northern Nigeria. The time, 1 month before Election Day, as the campaign reached a fever pitch. Every device known to Tammany Hall or to a well-oiled political machine in Kansas or Massachusetts is used to reach the voters. Campaign buttons, slogans, speeches.
One significant thing about the symbol of the action group is that it symbolizes what you want and what I want. That is money.
The helicopter was the biggest gimmick of the campaign. There was much concern among the opposition. Would it capture the imagination of primitive tribal people and their vote as well? Or would it be regarded with suspicion? Even the leaflets dropped from the sky were meant to impress the electorate with the godlike qualities of the candidate. How effective would it be? The voting would tell the story. Party leaders crisscrossed the country, holding rallies everywhere. Campaign tours covered tens of thousands of miles and many more words. Over African dirt and tarmac roads, through rainforest and upland savanna country, hitting every town and village on the way. The message went out by talking drums, by word of mouth.
Hospitals, adult education classes, schools, bridges, and roads are all built and made for your own benefit. And
in a country 80% illiterate, the printed word is not to be trusted. Every voter gets his chance to see his candidate. This is grassroots campaigning in the truest sense. And every local politician gets the blessing of the party boss. The rhetoric is bitter, abusive, violent, out of Andrew Jackson, or give him Hal Truman. But like most political speeches, more bark than bite.
If you elect NCC and you elect National Group, you are electing the students and the agents of the remnants of British Imperialism.
Out of all the oratory, 36 million Nigerians debating party, candidates, issues. This election and its campaign is turning out to be the most potent educational force since the introduction of the first primary school not too many years ago. The lineup of forces in this political Donnybrook is complex, and with names that don't always fit on campaign buttons, you can't tell the players without a scorecard. These are the party wheels. In the north, Alhaji Sir Amadou Bello, the Sardona of Sokoto, heads the Northern People's Congress. The Sardona, meaning warlord, a traditional title among the Hausa Fulani Muslims of the north, is considered to be the most powerful man in all Nigeria, by virtue of his spiritual as well as political leadership over the largest region in area and population. He is not a candidate for political office himself, but he is a formidable power behind the throne, the combination of Mark Hanna and Jim Farley. When we spoke with the Sardana, this became evident. I'd like to ask you to make a prediction, sir. Who will be the next federal prime minister?
My party.
Will our particular man?
Yes, the third prime minister. I'm returning him.
The present federal prime minister?
Yes, I made it known that I am going to return him.
You are not a candidate yourself for the federal house.
No, I am not.
So you would not be federal prime minister?
Because I don't want to be.
Would you yourself accept appointment if given to you as Governor General?
I have nothing to do with that. I would rather live here amongst my own people and carry my traditional title. Than in Portugal.
The Sardona's hand-picked candidate for Prime Minister is Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, a modest, soft-spoken former schoolmaster, one of Nigeria's most skillful statesmen.
I'm glad to see that in the last few years, the Americans are taking quite a lot of interest in Nigeria. And I hope that interest will continue.
Next, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, leader of the Action Group, a major party of the Yoruba people in the western region, who's popularly known as Awo.
And if you vote solidly for the Action Group on the 12th and put that party in power, you will certainly get that wage.
Awo is hailed by his followers for his daring helicopter campaign through enemy northern territory. Underlying the bitter hostility between Abu's action group and the Sardanas Northern Party are long-standing tribal conflicts. For centuries, tribal wars raged between their peoples until the British put them down when they took over. Times change, but tribal feelings still seethe under new political trappings. Chief Owolowo puts it this way.
The Northern People's Congress considers the North as its preserve, and and the leaders have done everything in their part to keep the so-called Southern parties out of the Northern region. But the action group decided to organize in the North, and we now have branches in every village and hamlet in the Northern region.
The third major candidate is Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, head of the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroon, a long-winded title for a political party. He is a veteran nationalist and a hater of colonialism. The flamboyant, American-educated journalist, sportsman, politician, has a devoted following among the Igbo people of the eastern region, and his popularity is spreading.
My good friend, the Prime Minister of the Federation, Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, in his broadcast the other night, committed what I thought was a faux pas, which a Prime Minister should not commit.
When the flag goes up for Zeke, it has the ring of I Like Ike at the Republican National Convention.
It makes no difference to me really whether I win this election or not. I want you to believe me. And I'm not talking politics. For 25 years of my life, I fought for the freedom of Nigeria. Nigeria will attain independence on October 1, 1960. So it makes no difference to me whether the Sardauna or Balewa or Chief Owolowo or myself will become the first Prime Minister. So long as Nigeria is free, I'll be satisfied.
The new 888 Poker Experience.
Returns are coming in here in
Big and successful meeting.
The native authority police were far too few, and they did nothing to remove the organized young hoodlums stirring up passions at the edge of the crowd till it was too late. For a time, it looked ugly.
And a very good morning and happy Sunday to you, wherever you are and wherever you are watching us from. My name is Olayomi Koiki. A lot of you know me as Koiki Media. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of that documentary that we just rolled before the program starts. The time is coming up to exactly 10:57 a.m. in London. Today's date is the 15th of November 2020. Nigeria, you are 1 hour ahead of us. The rest of the world, the time zone will be different depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. I'd like to appreciate everyone that have joined us and tuned in. Welcome to the program. A very good morning once again. From the south of the country to the southeast to the north of the country to all the diaspora that have been engaged with this movement. Some people have different views and opinion of the movement. Some people have different take on how the movement move forward. But one thing we must remember is, I've used the same word continuously. We must remain focused. Focus is the letter word so that we don't get lost in the midst of so many things. There will be different things, there will be different groups, there will be different individuals. But our focus for is self-determination. Because the moment you take your eyes away, these might be something else entirely. Why have I rolled that tape? I'm sure you heard about the word hoodlums. You heard about colonialism. If you watch, and that video will probably play the remaining part of it before the end of the broadcast. So many things were said at that election that we now realize was a fraudulent election. We now have evidence to prove that that election was manipulated then by the colonial masters, as they're called, for their own selfish interest, rather than the general interest of every other tribe. We know that that election was manipulated. First and foremost, I say thank you very much to each and every one on the platform yesterday. What I never told you when we started up fundraising towards the GoFundMe yesterday, I had a call from US the day prior to yesterday. I don't know who the caller is, but the caller challenged me. The caller from US said to me that if I can raise 500 pounds on the GoFundMe, she will put 500 pounds on it as well. And she has already done that, as we were able to raise over 600 pounds yesterday. Just as the program was ending, the last two donors came in and did their own contribution. And once again, I'd like to appreciate everyone that donated. We were able to raise, before the show closed yesterday, 635 pounds. And I sent a message to her that we were able to raise exactly what you said. And she was able to top it off with another 500 pounds. And I'd like to say thank you to the individual. I'm going to leave that and come back to the discussion of this morning. But before we go further, this will be the last broadcast for the next couple of days. That means I will not be online with any live broadcast. I'll tell you some of the reason for that. It's quite a lot of things to do behind the scene. And also, I need to take that break so that we can work on those things that will create more of the awareness in Nigeria. That is where the problem is. That is where we need to move. So today, the 15th of November 2020, will be the kind of a hold on the broadcast for a few days. We might be back next week. We might be back this weekend coming. But you will not be able to watch my own broadcast after this particular one. Let's play the anthem. lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. A dúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí fún àǹfààní ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wa dá sí GoFundMe tàná. I can confirm that 1,000 plus was raised on the show yesterday. Èyí tí mo sọ fún yín nígbà tí a fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni pé èèyàn kan ó sọ fún mi pé tá a bá lè raise £500 lórí platform yìí, òun á fi £500 lé lórí. Onítọ̀hún dẹ̀ ti fulfill promise ẹ̀. Àwa raise £635 lórí show yìí lánàá. Nígbà tí mo dẹ̀ pé onítọ̀hún ní Amẹ́ríkà, òun náà dẹ̀ fi £500 lé lórí. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín. Èní ni broadcast tí máa ṣe last títí di ìgbà díẹ̀. Lẹ́yìn èní, ẹ̀ní láǹfààní àti wo live broadcast torí pé iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tí mo fi ṣe lẹ́yìn, mo dẹ̀ ní time yẹn láti fi ṣe. In tó wà nílé, mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí awareness yẹn kó rìn ju bó ṣe ń rìn lọ. And àsìkò tí mo fi ń ṣe broadcast àti ti studio, ó ń fún wa ní a bit of no time pẹ̀lú gbogbo ìpè tá à ń gbà messages. So lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ní láǹfààní àti wo show. Ẹni tó bá sí níbí, ẹ bá wa sọ fún wọn pé a máa lọ fún break díẹ̀. Màá sọ àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tá a fẹ́ gbé ní Nàìjíríà tó need my time. Ṣé rí every 1 hour nínú tí mò ń ṣe ó ń gba time mi pẹ̀lú Yorùbá Nation tàgbé dání sọ́wọ́. Mo dẹ̀ fi fún ní time yẹn láti focus pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń lọ nílé lórí awareness. A fẹ́ jẹ́ kí awareness yẹn kó take another dimension. Kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ orí social media nìkan la fẹ́ ṣe, a fẹ́ ṣe door to door. Gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n ní kò tí ì yé wọn, a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó yé wọn débẹ̀. Gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n ní wọ́n ì tí ì gbọ́ lábúlé kọ̀ọ̀kan, a fẹ́ gbéṣẹ́ yẹn débẹ̀. Látèkó títí dé Kwara, a fẹ́ jẹ́ iṣẹ́ yẹn kó rìn ju bó ṣe ń rìn lọ. Mo dẹ̀ ní gbogbo energy láti fi ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Also, I will reduce my calls coming in next week. You might call, I will not pick the call. But if you leave a message, I will reply. In tí kò yá àwọn èèyàn ni pé for every time táwọn èèyàn ń pè, kò ń ṣe wọn nìkan ló ń pè. So tó bá hold wa fún 20-30 minutes, multiply it by 100 people tó ń pè lójoojúmọ́. Nígbà tá a bá ní a fẹ́ lọ sí post office, a ní nǹkan tá a fẹ́ post. Nígbà tá a bá máa fi parí ètò tán lọ́sàn-án, kò sí time yẹn again. Nítorí ẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ wa, ó pọ̀ ju pé kakọ̀ jókòó ká náà sọ̀rọ̀ nìkan. Ọ̀rọ̀ náà la ti ń sọ bọ̀ láti 6 months, but action díẹ̀ náà láti tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi kún. Ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn is a decision I have made so that I can have that bit of time to do so much. What are the few things tá fẹ́ ṣe? Màá ṣàlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Take a look at the topic. The topic reflects the broadcast. Yes, sometimes we move in between, but the reason why we have those topics so that we can be able to know where we are going. Once again, a very good morning to those that are with us, each and everybody that have joined. Yoruba self-determination, way forward. We're taking a short break to review our work and concentrate on the awareness so far. So I'm going to be taking a break. so that I can review. I gave myself 6 months, and I only have less than 7 weeks. I don't know about any other platform. I'm talking about my platform. Because when I started, I never consulted any platform. So we're going to take in that break so that I can see what I have done, what more we need to do. Next week, by God's grace, with your own support so far, I can confirm that 1,000 of our DVDs will roll out next week at every length and side of the southwest of the country. 1,000. We hope we can do more, subject to your support. What do I mean by that? If you've been following us lately, we told you of our intention to make the DVDs available for free to those at home. They will not need any internet. Wọ́n ní need any internet. Wọ́n ní need internet kankan láti fi wo show yẹn. Nítorí pé kí ni a ti fi allowance tí wọ́n ṣe ní need internet àti ṣe mọ́ iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe. Kí ni ìdí? Ìdí ni pé a rí pé àwọn tó wà nílé wọ́n fẹ́ wo àwọn program tí à ń ṣe àmọ́ wọ́n lágbára ẹ̀. Wọ́n lágbára ẹ̀. Àwa rò ó, èmi àtàwọn team mi, ìyẹn la ṣe wá decide pé let us make them into a DVD. With a DVD, they can be able to watch without no internet at their own pace, in their own confined environment. And that has been the work in the last couple of months that we've been planning that. Every of our video that we've done will be available in Nigeria at some point, batch by batch. But I can confirm that the first batch, as you can see there, arrived in Nigeria safely last week. So what do we plan to do now? We have planned to convert these into DVDs. The first set of DVD, based on what we have received in terms of donation, we gave you the breakdown yesterday. The breakdown is 5,500 naira for 100 copies. With your little contribution that have come from not everyone, but few individuals, we are now able to do 1,000 copies straight away. Location of where it's going to be done is not necessary for you to know, but it will be done in Nigeria. But what I can confirm to you is, this week we are rolling it out. We will do as much as we can with some of those that we are working with already, so that they can have those copies, whether in 100, in 200, depending on what we can give each of the states. So each of the states in southwest Nigeria will receive these DVDs this coming week. Last year, Dumari. What will be the benefit of these DVDs? Those that have not been able to watch us properly can then sit down at their comfort zone and they will have 40 episodes of the DVDs in their hands. 40 episodes. 40 episodes ló máa ní lọ́wọ́. Nínú 40 yẹn, mọ́ṣáláṣí á ní nínú ẹ̀, church á ní nínú ẹ̀, àwọn ìyálọ́jà á gbà nínú ẹ̀, club á gbà nínú ẹ̀, bar á gbà nínú ẹ̀, student á gbà nínú ẹ̀. Every person, we are trying as much as possible, depending on the money that we can raise, to continue to distribute it across, even up to the northern part of the country. Also, we plan to have more handbills. Nigeria call it handbills. We call it flyers. I'll first and foremost like to appreciate and say thank you to those that have given us their time to produce some of these flyers to us. These are the flyers we're talking about. 1,000 copies was made available to us yesterday from one of our sisters in America. This is about 5,000, as you can see there, that was picked up. Some is already in Osun State. And if you follow àwọn tó ń lọ door to door in Osun State, you realize that the flyer that they are giving out will have the same logo like this, Iletiya, the Yoruba nation. I can confirm that 1,000 pieces was also given to us. There's another 5,000 and few more, another 2,500, and we have also produced more as well ourselves. Another batch is ready to roll out this week, but we need more. Let me show you part of where they've been able to distribute these flyers. This is in Osun State. As you can see there, Iletiya, support an independent nation, the Yoruba nation. So if you have been following our team, working tirelessly day and night, going from local government to local government, is because we were able to provide the handbills for them. The handbill now will then also have the DVDs, depending on how many we can do. But for now, I can say only 1,000 based on the money that we have. We love to do so many, but without the funding, we can't do as much. But as we get the money, we continue to produce them. But one thing I can say is the first 1,000 of our videos will be rolling out this week by His grace. So what you're watching now is those handbills right in front of our people. They can read it. Then they know that this is not APC PDP. This is talking about a new nation. Awareness. Some of these individuals don't even have anything to do with Facebook or YouTube. That is why also I am taking a break off the social media so that I can focus on the real campaign on ground in Nigeria. So that I can follow them. I can give them all the support, the moral support, the financial support, the logistics that they need to do the job properly. They are ready. We have so many of the volunteers, but the more we get, the more we can support them. Once again, these are the real groundwork being done in Osun State in the last couple of days and weeks. They are moving from one place to the other. Do you think people are in internet? Now they can give them. I guess so. Now they give them the DVD. They will go and watch it. They will understand why we really need to come out of Nigeria, because the country Nigeria is a scam. Also, before we move further, I'm still telling you part of what we are discussing today. Please, when you call, if you cannot say anything on this topic, don't even bother to call. We haven't got that time, and today will be the, like I said, the last broadcast for the time being. If you cannot focus on the topic is at the headline. I do to post it. We continue to post it. Let us say what you can tell us on the topic. I don't want to hear what I'm interested in is the topic of the day. Once again, thank you very much to those that donated yesterday. Rotimi Fash, we were able to raise £1,000 yesterday. We raised £635, and a donor in America added 500. She said to me, Yomi, raise 500 on your platform, I will add another 500. And I'd like to say thank you to her. And we were able to complete that yesterday. But today we are now talking about the next phase of the awareness, the real awareness for our people that are suffering at home. We want them to know about the Oduduwa nation self-determination, so that the politician will not come and tell them that they have to vote in 2023. And that is part of the reason why I have to come off some of my live broadcasts for some few days, weeks, so that I can focus on those groundwork at home in Nigeria. Also, we need more handbills. As you can see, these are the handbills being distributed. Ṣé rí pé bó ṣe ń kọ ló ń fún wọn ní details. Ṣé rí pé nínú oòrùn ló ń ṣiṣẹ́, ló ń làágùn. Ṣé ẹ rò pé bàbá yìí ní time láti jókòó sórí internet níbo ló ti fẹ́ rí? But now, bó bá ṣe ń fún wọn ní handbill, wọ́n á máa gbé DVD lé wọn lọ́wọ́. Bàbá tẹ́ bá ti délé, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní DVD nílé, ẹ lọ sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ yín, ẹ lọ wò ó, ní tó wà nínú ẹ̀, àlàyé pọ̀ nínú ẹ̀. Ṣé rí? Àwọn tẹ́ ń wò yìí nísìnyí, these are people that we need them to get the message. And that is why it is not a joke. If we really want to come out of Nigeria, we must now fold our arms, fold our shoulders, fold our trousers. We haven't got time, to discuss, things that will get us carried away. Ẹ jókòó sí orí internet, ó mì pé àwọn tó wà nílé òṣìṣẹ́, àwọn wọn níṣẹ́ ní ojoojúmọ́, and they are still ready to do more. If only we can give them the logistics. The logistics is what we are doing now. No, let's go back and hear that before I go further.
Orí platform orí platform nǹkan bá sọ pé èlò báyìí tí Amẹ́ríkà ṣe ń ka èlò yẹn èyí gan kà yìí so gbogbo information bàbá máa jù everybody máa wà yẹ so irú tẹ lórí platform bẹ̀rẹ̀ gan kan lè ju pé òkè o this is the clinic of ìrẹsì bá ṣe láì díà we are having our meeting nọ́mbà kan gbà yìí orí platform.
These are groundwork that a lot of people do not know what is happening behind the scene. And I need to give my energy a little bit into the groundwork at home. What more do we need? We just don't need handbills alone. And you can see, ṣé rí pé kódà wọ́n lọ bá wọn níbi bóyá wọ́n ratí fún wọn níbẹ̀ ní bíá wọ́n ṣàlọ́ bá wọn níbi tó bá wà. Ṣé rí pé handbill yẹn ló wà lọ́wọ́ coordinator wa tí ó jẹ́ ti Ọ̀ṣun State tó dé fìlà. What else do we need? We also need spare laptops. We need mobile phones. Already we have some here, and I hope to send them out this week. These are some of the laptops that we've been given by some of you that have been following us. Àwa lórí ètò nísìn. Àwa lórí ètò nísìn. Àìlẹ̀ tí gbà kọ́. Àgbàgbé anybody. Tàbá à ń ṣètò lọ́wọ́. So please, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Kí àwọn kan máa ti pè. I don't want to be distracted this morning, please. Already we have 5 laptops here that I hope to ship out in the next couple of days to Nigeria. Again, without the support, how do we do more? We all complain they are not signing the petition. Let's take the petition right into that system. But there should be a laptop there. There should be a laptop that I can start to use. They might not be able to fill the poll because the poll is locked into one IP address at Ṣàlàyé fún yín lánàá. But the petition, wọ́n lè ṣí email fáwọn bàbá yìí. Wọ́n ní phone lóòótọ́. Wá ṣí email fún wọn. Wá sign petition. Because in tó ń ṣe nísìn is the manual side of things. So if anybody can spare some of your laptop that you are not using in your house, we need those laptops so that those laptops can move as quickly as possible. Everyone party pọ̀jù lórí social media. Let's now fold our folders and fold our trousers and go right deep inside. Ibi tó yẹ ká lọ gangan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé message yẹn lọ bá wọn ní ìsàlẹ̀ gangan níbi tó wà. Ta là ń bẹ̀rù. Let's take the message right straight into every local government. We have the team that are ready to do it. But are we ready to support? That's the question. What else do we need? We need a laptop. We need mobile phones to send to those in Nigeria towards the Yoruba Nation campaign awareness. For those of you in UK, to have to send the flash drive phone is due because, again, of this busyness, of this reason why we're taking this break. So that I want to one in the UK, thought it's up on fair flash drive. At the details, we should be able to start sending them as well next week. Those of you in US, if you need it as well, we can send it across. Fair enough, it can be done as well, subject to how many we can get. At the moment, the flash drive here now, I need to buy more. It's not free because I'm not getting it free. It has to be bought. So if you need the flash drive, you're going to have to buy it. It's not free. So don't think it's going to be free. You need to pay for it so that we can then buy it, load it. These contain 40 DVDs, 40 videos, with also the ones that we did during the October 1st rally. We can post it to you anywhere across the world, subject to, where you want it to be posted. I'm talking about those of you in the diaspora. And if you know the know-how to download videos on YouTube, please do the same thing. Go and download our videos, put it in a flash drive, and send it to your family at home. Your support and contribution is more than welcome so that we can be able to achieve this next phase of our project. Without all these, we are wasting our time. Àbá máa pariwo lórí social media. Tá bá gbéjà yẹn lọ bá wọn nísàlẹ̀ ní local government. This ṣe bàbá tó jókòó pẹ̀lú coordinator wa ló ní smartphone ló fi gbọ́n kan tó ń lọ. Wọ́n ní láti lọ bá bàbá kó lè ṣàlàyé fún bàbá pé ìjẹ́ ti gbọ́ pé Yorùbá Nation fẹ́ dá dúró. This is what Koiki Media will be doing in the next couple of days. So I will not have time to sit on the social media for a few days. How many days, I don't know yet. But whenever I come back, you will definitely see me when I'm back. We hope to be back. We want to do this for at least tidy up all these things. At least, even if it's the next 5 days. And we see we can come and give you a report back this time next week. So, we are going now full force. Full force. Kódà títí délẹ̀ Maula, títí délẹ̀ Hausa, lọ́tí máa gba DVD yẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run. Like I said, and bí wa náà máa délẹ̀ Hausa. Ṣé rí pé nígbà tí bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ tó ń ṣe campaign, helicopter ló fi ń drop campaign material níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. But this time around, we are going to use the same different technology. Àlà Hausa náà láti gbọ́ pé Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ. Wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá nìkan la fẹ́ gbọ́ pà ń lọ. A fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn Hausa náà gbọ́. Púpọ̀ ní wọn náà ti ń gbọ́ Yorùbá. So DVD yẹn náà máa délé Hausa, handbill yẹn náà máa délé Hausa, because àná àwọn tó ń gbé níbẹ̀ tó jọmọ Yorùbá. So this was all. Ṣé rí pé handbill yẹn ló ń pín mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn. Bó bá ṣe ń pín, wọ́n ń ṣàlàyé fún wọn. Now tó bá jẹ́ pé DVD yẹn ti wà nílé nísìnyí, ṣé rí pé bọ́n ṣe jókòó yẹn nísìnyí, wàá kàn ṣe kí ni, wàá gbé TV síbẹ̀, wàá máa wo program yẹn. Àlàyé á lè yé wọn. Ẹlòmíì lè máa ti gbọ́ 1914 amalgamation rí. Ẹlòmíì gan lè mọ̀ pé àwa kan ń pariwo níta nígbà tó bá níná. Ṣé ẹ̀bẹ̀ tó bá níná ló máa gbọ́ program? Ẹ̀bẹ̀ tó bá ní smartphone ló máa gbọ́ program? Torí pé ìyẹn jókòó sórí social media kò mí pé gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn wọ́n ní gbogbo kinní tá à ń sọ yìí. Pẹ̀lú Guinness, wàá máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ. So these are part of what we've been doing for the last couple of days. And I say thank you very much to the Osun State Coordinator, Mr. Lawal. He's been working tirelessly. He doesn't have time to sit down and be watching the broadcast. Sometimes, a máa sọ̀rọ̀ títí di 2-3 o'clock lóru after they are giving me a report of what they're doing. And the same goes with every state. We're working close with every state. Very soon, títí dé Kwara, Kogi, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lè gbogbo state kankan ló máa ní materials. But the more tá bá ní, the more la máa lè ṣe. Yes, ó ń bọ̀ ní north lágbára Ọlọ́run. Aláwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà ní north. Bí ṣe bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan náà mo fi sọ state yẹn because sometimes we don't want to compromise with our team there. Ìkànṣẹ́ padà sí north. ní láti mo lè sọ state tó ti gbéra ó gbéra láti Ìlọrin ó ti padà sí north ó tún padà bọ̀ very soon we are moving them criss-crossing yes a máa jà lóòótọ́ but ẹ jẹ́ káwọn málàgán mọ̀ pé Yorùbá nation and bill kó dọ́wọ́ wọn pé a fẹ́ lọ a fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́ rí fídíò yẹn kò ń ṣe ìtàwọn èèyàn sọ pé wọ́n ń play audio kan àwọn gbọ́n ní no àní a fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́ rí fídíò yẹn a máa fún wọn lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n ń gbọ́ no wọ́n ní láti gbọ́ show yẹn àwa fẹ́ fún wọn ní DVD yẹn lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kọ́ lọ gbọ́ nínú ilé pé Yorùbá máa lọ adẹ́sọ́ nínú program pé a máa jà a máa bá wọn jà a fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́ gbọ́ dáadáa intervention nìyẹn so àwọn tó wà nínú ilé náà ní south west wọ́n máa gbọ́ pa fẹ́ jà àmọ́ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ létí torí pé àwọn náà láti dira sílẹ̀ fún ìjà tó ń bọ̀ yẹn à ń gbéjà lọ bá wọn gan ní north nísìnyí pẹ̀lú campaign material wa ẹ̀yẹn fi yẹn sílẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe ń débẹ̀ a máa fún yín ní evidence kò débẹ̀ so all this was happening àdúgbò tó ti ṣe lé was Ìrẹsì ní Ọ̀ṣun state Yorùbá Nation Awareness Campaign wọn mọ̀ bí àwọn ra tí yẹn fún wọn ni bí àwọn gbà jókòó yẹn ni these are what we should be doing more now ẹjọ́ tá à ń rò ti pọ̀ jù ìwọ náà lè ṣe òjókòó sí Amẹ́ríkà ó lè àpì níwájú ilé ẹ̀ nínú ilé bàbá ẹ̀ ní agboolé ẹ̀ ó lè pé ìjókòó síbẹ̀ náà kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation they can't do anything tèbí politician náà wọ́n ṣàǹṣe tọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn ó wà ní Canada ìwọ náà pé agboolé ẹ̀ gba chair fún wọn rọtí síbẹ̀ fún wọn lóúnjẹ síbẹ̀ fún wọn ní kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tó bá nídìí káwọn tíìmù á lọ síbẹ̀ á gbé wọn dìde níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà wá lọ bá wọn níbẹ̀ wá tún máa ṣàlàyé fún wọn. à ń pè sórí show náà yẹn kọ́ ló má tàmọ́ nísìn ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ìjà yẹn lọ bá wọn nísàlẹ̀ nísìn. Let's take the fight down there and that is why I'm gonna be taking time off from the live broadcast. I won't be doing broadcast for a couple of days so that I can have time to work close with those on ground. Once again, thank you very much to Osun State and likewise other states that are working tirelessly as well. Once again, a very good morning and welcome to those of you that have joined us. This is the game changer to the Yoruba Awareness Campaign. If truly we all mean business, ó yẹ kí pálí bíi mẹ́wàá báyìí nísìnyí bó ṣe ń ṣe church service kó wà níta church kó máa fáwọn tó wà ní church tó bá ti ń jáde àtàwọn tó ń wọlé lọ. Níjọ́ Friday kó máa lọ síwájú mọ́ṣáláṣí bó ṣe ń wọlé lọ kírun kó máa gba ilé náà sọ́wọ́ kó dẹ̀ máa fún wọn ní DVD. Iṣẹ́ ta ní láti ṣe nìyẹn. And everybody can do it. Every one of us. Àwa máa ṣe ìtawà náà lè ṣe with the little resources that we have. Like I said, 1,000 ni a lè afford for now with the DVDs that facing the wiki. If we get more money, oh my God. I have said it about 5 months ago. Give us the resources. Everyone any resources. I will paint the whole of Southwest, títí dé North, títí dé Southeast. Ẹjọ́ tá à ń rò ti pọ̀ jù. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹjọ́ kọ́ lélẹ́yìí. I haven't got that time. Ìyẹn kan rojọ́ sí bíbà, ìyẹn kan rojọ́ sọ̀hún. No! Àwọn tó wà nílé wọn ní time. Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n, wọ́n ń pa wọ́n lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé àwa gan ti ń gbéjà bọ̀ wá bá wọn. Very good morning once again. Ẹjọ́ tá à ń rò ó ti pọ̀ jù. I say thank you very much once again. Kò bá jẹ́ wọ́n ìyàn kan ṣàlọ́ pé wà láti Amẹ́ríkà lánàá nísìn pé àwọn ti bá wa ṣe 1,000 copies. I don't have to say the state that máa lọ collect it. Wọ́n ṣe máa pè mí láàárọ̀ yìí láti fún wa ní address. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa, mo lè dárúkọ tiwọn ní Scotland. 5,000 copies ló ṣe fún wa ní Iléṣà. Màmá wa kan náà ṣe 2,500 copies fún wa. Èèyàn kan náà ṣe 2,000 copies. It doesn't matter. Ẹ má fi pé project yìí ẹ ní láti ṣe púpọ̀. No! Ìgbà tágbára ẹ bá ká ìwọ bá wa ṣe. Àwa ń criss cross ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń fi Uber gbé, bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń fi ọ̀kadà gbé, bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń fi mọ́tò gbé, ó ń lọ sí state to state. Bí ṣe bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn, ó ti dé Ìlọrin. But it's not enough. We need more. So kí là ń try láti sọ níbí báyìí. But if we decide now we want to start doing it ourselves, this is game changer. Who can fund it? Who can buy it for us? So that we don't have to go outside and be doing it from outside. It costs 55 naira láti ṣe DVD ẹyọ kan. So when you multiply 100 pieces, that's 5,500 naira. But what the price the burner in Nigeria ní location kan? I think they said it's 250,000 naira. Mo àmọ́ mélòó tẹ̀ ní drive to one nínú ẹ̀. Sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 12. Èyí tẹ̀ ń burn, ẹ máa ti understand nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. So if we have these, we can then sit in the house and then we start doing it more and more. All they have to do is just continue to buy blank DVDs. Sheripe Ele is an 11 burner. Price in the UK, 1,250. Ele is 7 disc burner, 460 naira. 460 pounds. This one is a 5 disc burner, 335. They can buy it in Nigeria. You can buy it anywhere in the world and send it home. Tó bá ti délé kí wọ́n sọ fún apó ti délé. Inte ẹ ká máa decide nísìnyí nìyẹn. Ẹjọ́ tá à ń rò ti pọ̀ ju ẹfẹjọ́ sílẹ̀ nísìnyí ní time. Ṣé fẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation kó pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ni? Àbẹ́fẹ́ kété kúrò. Dẹ̀ta bá máa jà náà, àwọn tó wà nílé aláti bí fún wọn pẹ̀lú information tó rinlẹ̀ dáadáa fàfẹ́ jà. And that is why we have been doing all these. I gave myself 6 months. My 6th month is about to expire. And I know the percentage of those at home that have heard about the Yoruba nation is still very, very low. So I need this week to review. Like I said, I will not be live, throughout this week. I might be back maybe over the weekend. Once again, a very good morning to those of you that have joined us. So the game changer is this. If truly we want to move a Yoruba, kò ń ṣe pé ká máa ní wọ́n ti ń gbọ́, àwọn wo ló ń gbọ́, níbo ló ti ń gbọ́, àwọn wo ló ń gbọ́, níbo ló ti ń gbọ́, abúlé sábúlé, door to door campaign òun la need nísìn. We've done enough on the social media. Let's now move door to door. Door to door. Agbolé ságbólé. That's how we can get the minds of our people. Yes, ebi ń pa wọ́n lóòótọ́, àmọ́ tó bá tètè yé wọn pé a fẹ́ lọ lóòótọ́, ebi yẹn á reduce. In between that, lórí ìjókòó kan, nǹkan bá lè ṣe fún wọn níbẹ̀ wá ṣe. But how many people you want to give money every day? Ṣé owó tẹ̀ ń sẹ́ni sílé ò tí sùn yín ni? Ṣé àwọn tẹ̀ ń tọ́jú nílé kò tí sùn yín ni? Have you thought pé tí wọ́n tí nǹkan kan bá ṣèwọ, ìwọ tó ń send owó sí Nàìjíríà, láti Amẹ́ríkà, láti Canada, tó bá Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká rí tí nǹkan kan bá ṣe, ǹjẹ́ àwọn family ẹ̀ lè survive? Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought that if anything happened to me, based on the fact that I am the one that is the backbone, the life wire of my family because I'm outside the country, what happened to you if any incident makes you where you are not able to make the money anymore? Then what happened to your family? We open the phone line very soon to get some of your own conversation. But I guess one of our mothers called, and I'd see if I can return her call because I did promise her during the documentary when she called. And I guess she wanted to add her voice. She called from Lagos. She called direct, and I have to call her back direct as well. Once again, a very good morning. Ẹ fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, yẹ̀yẹ́ lẹ pè ní. Ẹ fi pè má là máa jẹ́ kẹ́ lọ ni. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ sáré pé bàbá wa Gbẹ̀du tó ti pè mí quickly. So let me call him back before I go to the next caller. Oya ẹ ká rẹ̀ bá a ṣe kíá ló ń sókè. Adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run. Àṣé nísìn. Okay, later ni mo on live nísìn. Okay, mo Alright, thought you wanted to. So busy. Let me call the Reverend Mother. She called before I started the show, and I promised I would call her back. So let me keep me padà. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo yín tí ẹ wà lórí broadcast. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré pé àwọn màmá wa. Then we'll open the phone line for those of you that wants to engage. Don't be deceived that everybody's online. Let's take the campaign door to door. Door to door. That is the only way we can win the souls and minds of our people at home. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò máa ẹ̀rọ mà. Àwọn ni ẹ̀mọ̀.
Tó lọ Nàìjíríà ni mo ní mo mọ̀ pé ó ti gbọ́ ṣùgbọ́n bó la fẹ́ yí sí. Wọ́n ní ṣe náà ń já wọn Fúlàní. Wọ́n kó wọn sínú tírélà, á já wọn sí Ìbàdàn, á já wọn sí Ìjẹ̀bú. Kí ló dé? Á dẹ̀ lọ jókòó lóko.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣé àwọn Yorùbá ò lóògùn wọn ni?
Àmọ́ ibi tó gùn yẹn wà o. Àwọn gbogbo àlọ́ máa ní Yorùbá lógún. Àmọ́ ibi tó gùn wọn wà báyìí.
Ṣebí eléyìí tó wá ń fi náà fẹ́nu kí lè sí ìpè. Ṣèbó ló ní Ìbàdàn tó ní mo tiẹ̀ nínú. Ní Ògùn State tó fi pa màálùú. Àbó òrí ni.
Mo rí bí àwọn sì ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ bí a ti jà bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́ máa gbé jáde.
Ó lò ó bẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn màálùú yẹn kú ni. Ẹni tó jẹran yẹn kan létí ẹ̀ ti.
Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la gbọ́.
Kí ló wá dé tí à ń jẹ wá báyìí?
Kò yé mi màmá mi.
Má dẹ̀ jẹran lọ sóko olóko. Ṣé a ṣe burúkú ni láti gbé bàbá yìí wọlé? Ohun tó ju ọgbọ́n gbé fún wa nìyẹn.
Ọlọ́run kó wa yọ náà.
Àti táwọn ní kò ń ṣe tèèyàn kan. Orí ẹ̀ ò dáa, kò ń sọmọ Èkó. Ìyá ẹ̀ gbóyún ẹ̀ wá sílé alájà ni. It's about 6,000 sílé bàbá mi tó ti tán mi lé. Wọ́n bí mi sílé kò ní Nnamdi Azikiwe. Bí mọ́ṣáláṣí Jímọ̀ ní ti alájà. Ìyá ẹ̀ wá ṣọmọ ọ̀dọ́ dẹ̀ lóyún. Ó dẹ̀ bí ọ̀ràn ránṣẹ́ kiri inú ilé yẹn ni. Kálájà tó ní òkè nígbà tó ń dàgbà nìyẹn mú nìyẹn lọ léwu. Ó lè jẹ́ Tinubu bàbá yẹn ò tó rí yẹ. Yẹ lóyún bímọ ó ti bímọ tán. Kì í ṣe èèyàn kan tó ṣe kíní ó dẹ̀ kí ìyá mọ́lẹ̀ ó bá tù. Ìyá ò lóyún kò bímọ fún. Ìyẹn ti bí àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀. Kí wá ní wàhálà? Aláàsì wọn jó ìyẹn oníṣọ́bẹ̀ Èkó ti ní ìbí nílò tiwa wọ́n ti lọ síbẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò ríran mọ́ lójú ẹ̀ méjèèjì mọ́ lójú ìfọ́. Ẹsẹ̀ kan máa fọ́ ẹni tó bá ṣe bí sí ọmọ Yorùbá.
Ọmọ àníkọ́ má bọ ọba lọ́sọ̀ọ́ bàbá màmá wa. Wọ́n ní kọ́ má bọ àgbàlagbà o. Wọ́n ní kọ́ má bọ ọba o. Wọ́n ní kọ́ má bọ ọba. Wọ́n mọ̀ pàgbàlagbà lẹ́yìn náà mo ṣe ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Torí bí àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tá à ń bọ́ àwọn ọba yẹn lọ ṣe ní kọ́ máa kágbàlagbà náà.
Ẹkú ọbẹ̀ Èkó yẹn ìlànà ní kò ní kí ọba tiwa ọba Tinubu ni. Àwọn ọmọ Èkó ti sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn young one. Ipò ẹ̀kọ́ rẹ̀ lóyún bó ló wà báyìí. Ó ti sá kúrò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọn ló lọ sí kíkú tọ́nu bíbí kan bí lóde.
Ó ti padà sẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Ó ti padà. Ládùúgbò yẹn 95% ní street yẹn wọ́n láìkí ẹ̀. Yomi. Bí àbúrò nìyẹn jẹ́ sí mi. Tó kò sí olólọ sẹ́ẹ̀kù ẹ̀ opposite ilé àwọn yẹn kọjú sí Gani. Ìyẹn ló gbẹ̀yìn gbé jáde. Ṣọ́ba nìyẹn. Ọba tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo ìgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn ará àdúgbò àwọn bàbá aládùúgbò àwọn ọmọdé wọ́n máa jókòó síwájú ìgà.
Láyé ìgbà kan nìyẹn ìyẹn ò jẹ́ pọ́sibù wọn nísìnyí. Àwọn bọ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ kéékèèké wá tẹ̀síre nu ọgbà àwọn ọmọ nísìnyí ṣe lọ́ máa ń tira wọn mọ́nu lé nísìnyí wá ti compound Tọ́ba ti compound ṣé ó yẹ kí compound ọba wà ní títì?
Ó tún wá ṣe swimming pool, kò sí swimming pool bẹ́ẹ̀. Àjòyè wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Kò wọ́n ṣe swimming pool. Aláàta, wọ́n ń gbénú ìdáyé. Wọ́n wá ṣe géètì. Wọ́n wá gbé láyọ̀nù síbẹ̀. Olórí burúkú ọba wo? Bíṣọ̀pù Èkó. Ọmọ Èkó ni mo jẹ́ 100%.
Àgbọ̀yé màmá wa.
Bíṣọ̀pù Adúwà o. Ọba tí ta ló fún ní scholarship ládùúgbò ẹ̀. Ọba máa ń fún àwọn ọmọ ní scholarship lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ẹyọ kan rí. Kó sínú pósí.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni màmá wa. Ibo là ń lọ.
Ẹ gbà wá.
Iṣẹ́ náà là ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ṣe gan ni mà.
Èmi wà pé ọmọ Yorùbá ò ní fún àábọ̀ sí.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Wọ́n ní ká bá ti pé 1 million. Àwọn recognize wa ní UNO. Àyọ̀tò.
Okay. Ìkọ̀kan náà la máa fi lọ màmá. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Olúwa ṣe o ṣe o.
Ẹ ṣe gan.
Ilé ìwé wa o.
Àmàrí.
Ìjà wa láwọn Yorùbá. Gbogbo wọn jẹ wọn ní ọba. Wọ́n tún fóònù ní àbúrò mi ní ọba ti Ilé Ifẹ̀. Òun ni kó tún tẹ̀lé Ojúyọbọ lọ sí ìlú yìí ní ìlú Haúsá. Kí ló lọ ṣe? Ó bá sá ẹ̀ nísìnyí, ó sá ẹ̀ dẹ́nu ara tiẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ojúyọbọ gbé lọ́ba gbogbo ọba ló yẹ kán pé sílẹ̀ kó jẹ́ òun nìkan. Wọ́n lòun nìkan ló lọ. Which is bad.
Ọlọ́run kọ́ àmọ́ṣe. Ẹ ṣe gan màmá mi. Ẹ ṣe gan ni màmá rí yín bá o. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i fún àǹfààní àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa, kí lorúkọ yín mà àti pé àdúgbò lẹ ti ń pè wá.
Mo ń pè láti London.
Ọ̀dà. Okay.
Láti
Ẹ ṣe gan ni. Ẹ ṣe gan ni mà. All right ma. Ó dà wọ́n. Bye. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ màmá wa tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ kan nísìnyí. One thing we need to remember is we need to go the grassroots way now. What is the grassroots way? The grassroots way is for us to visit our okay, what do you want now? 1 minute. We need to visit our people on ground. Yeah, come, brother. Let's just 1 minute. Come. Once again, once again, a very good morning and welcome to the program. The time is coming up to 11:47 this morning, and then I say welcome to the show. Let us quickly add volume, please. Okay, it could be the caller. That's why. Yeah, go together. You need to go to brother. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome onto the broadcast. We need to move into the grassroots so that these movements can get to the next level. We need to. I'll go with brother, go and get it. I'll go with brother. No, I don't think I want that. Give him. We give him the lollipop, please. They're going to take lollipop from brother. Once again, a very good morning and welcome. Let's go back to the all right. Let's take this call. The little one was just A little bit distraction there, but it's gone up now. Hello, good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, advice me from Ọmọ Yorùbá. Cherry Ọba Aláàfin àti Ọ̀ọ̀ni. Ìjáde ti December 1. Ẹjọ́ ẹ̀dá advice tó mo sọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá nínú lọ́kàn. Kí ó tí a bá hold àwọn ọba yẹn méjèèjì kí wọ́n tú olóyè Sunday Igboho àti Gani Adams kí wọ́n tú àwọn méjèèjì sílẹ̀ fún wa láti jọ tẹ ìjà mára yẹ. Tí a bá yọ̀ọ̀dà wọn fún wa, ẹ rí wípé gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yóò ní jìjìjìjì. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rọ̀ wọ́n kí wọ́n yọ̀ọ̀dà wọn fún wa kí wọ́n fún wa ní full support. Mo sọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọgbọ́n mi sí pé màá tí mo sì máa jẹ́ àwọn ọba yìí tí wọ́n lè pa fún àwọn méjèèjì. Láti jẹ́ kí á tètè àti lórí ìgbàgbà tí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mo dúpẹ́ ọlọ́run fún wọn ṣe.
Once again, a very good morning and welcome to the show. Let's recap again. This will be my last broadcast for a couple of days while I sit back, review, and work with those in different states of the southwest and up to the north and those Yorubas in the southeast so that we can be able to do more. We haven't got time. People think we're going to drag these. If we are not going to hold election in 2023, we must start doing the door-to-door movement. And that is why we're taking that break from today. This is going to be the last broadcast while we review, some of the work we are doing, with our team in different parts of the state. There are so many groups and there are so many organizations. I will just continue to do my page on Koiki Media. Well, we've been doing this even before this agitation, but we've just increased it a little bit. We have our team in different states. They are working around the clock. We will support them with the little materials and the logistics that we have. Without even the logistics and the materials, we will still make sure that they visit different places. But you can do the same thing. Let us take the fight groundwork now. Let's go straight into what are we expecting when we start putting the DVDs out? What should be the aim and objective of it? First, they can hear and listen clearly to those of you that have already called during the program. Let's take the next caller. Hello. 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 Both okay.
Comment on fait sur le pays n'est pas dit qu'il y a un rôle officiel dans mon bail. Qui ont deux scandales dans la part de ce qui est même en aussi là non on peut chercher on peut se dire qu'il doit se mettre comment couper. Yes. Tu as encore et peut-être qu'on a une solution et on le met là. On peut se mettre maintenant. On peut dire qu'on a pas enlevé.
Voilà. All right. Thank you very much. If we get more, we increase the volume of the DVD. But in the long run, we definitely need a machine to do the mass production. But for the time being, we will have to pay for it. The DVDs are powerful tools. Sharing nǹkan máa gbọ́ ó yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan fún wọn ní leaflet. What is the advantage? All those videos that you have watched, and let's see if we can just play one out of the videos, just like a reminder back to us what they should be expecting when they receive those DVDs. Remember, it's 40 episodes, and we plan to send more as we go into, the show. So the more we are sending home, the more they will keep also watching the latest one as well. But if anyone think that if we don't let our people at home to hear this, and then we're going to get the Yoruba nation, PDP and APC will probably come and bribe them again in the next couple of years and tell them to come and vote again. So we're going to go into one of our old videos so that when they receive the videos, they'll probably be hearing something like that. So I'm going to go around and pick a random. Okay, let me first see. Let me look at the memory stick here because I have some copies here. And then I'll look at one of the parts that we've done in the past. So let's look at, so we have there. So let me see. Okay. All right. We have the one that says, that talked about the 19. I just want to play one of the videos. We also have pictures as well that we sent to them. So that we share Tatisheni in the past. Okay, what I'll do is, let me see what part is this one. Okay, this part 132. Let me play the part 132. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. Part 132. Part 132 was the one that we had one of our guests, Tebaranti, Mr. Kayode Emola, to have a breakdown. And I believe that breakdown then reflect part of what we were discussing, the advantage. Because break, these are the things that most people do not understand. And that is why we need to, reason why we are sending those videos back home so that they can be able to watch and then understand it. I'm trying to look for that part. I've seen it on the flash drive, but I want to bring it out. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. All right, let me play this one. Lord Lugard, the late Lugard, anyway. But I wish I can find the one of the 132. But let's roll this one. I'm sure you all remember this. Let me remind you again. That was my visit to Lugard's house. So a video like this is there. Video I'm rolling a video. This is one of the videos that is also part of the one that we've sent home. And I'm going to just forward it a little bit while I'm still going to bring you one of the Kayode Emola out.
Emma Sokwe won Nigeria because Adeboye have said the same thing. So, but this is where the man lives. Lord Lugard. We will track them. We will find out Nigeria, and we will bring that to you so that you can then reflect and ask yourself the same question. Nigeria, building here. I mean, different people are living there now presently. It's Frederick Lugard, not Lord. Okay, come on. Lord, one month Lord. Àbí nígbà tó dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ tán ó wá fún ní Lord ibi tí wàhálà yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan lélẹ̀. This building, let me turn the camera around again. So I'm going to turn the camera around. This is where he lived for a very long time. Frederick Lugard, 1858 to 1945. colonial administrator. He lived there from 1912 to 1919. The question now is, was this where the whole structure of that contraction that we call location 419? Is this where it all started? We will find out in a minute. But like I said, the rain is not really helping.
I'm sure you all remember.
But I will just stay here.
Now, a video like this will be received in every part of the country. Ẹlòmíì ò tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ ẹni tó ń pè ní Lugard. But tó bá rí fídíò yìí nísìn, àwọn náà á máa béèrè question. They will start asking those burning questions. Táwa náà béèrè. Ta ló dá Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀? What is Nigeria? These are part of the reason why we are now saying we need to do more of these in DVDs. Some people will get it in flash drive, but a flash drive in Nigeria is 5,000 naira. It's quite expensive. It's not cheap. But what we plan to do is, if we get enough fund, we will give each admin or each group in each state àfúnwọlẹ́yẹ kọ̀ọ̀kan báyìí. So anytime tó bá lọ báyàn, tó bá ní laptop, tó bá ti tì í sí, wá download ẹ̀ sórí laptop yẹn, then move again. So bó ṣe ń lọ yẹn nísìn, ẹni tó bá ní laptop, tó ní tablet, tó lè gba bíi méjì mẹ́ta, kò ní láti gba gbogbo ẹ̀, kó kàn gba bíi méjì mẹ́ta, tó bá ti fi sínú tablet wọn, wá download méjì fún, wọ́n tún lọ. Tó bá jẹ́ pé laptop tó tóbi tó lè gba more space, wá download ẹ̀ fún. In between that as well, we'll be giving DVD. We are not going to sell it in Nigeria. It's going to be free. Free to everybody. Títí dé motor park. Everybody. Come on, play káàkiri. That is the next chemical weapon coming for them. Once again, let me now fast forward this. Some of you must have watched this. Some of you might never watched it. You might want to go back. This, I believe, is part 138. We are now part 172. So, but before we fight, let our people hear the message. Because some of them don't know the danger that is coming. I'm going to just rewind these. I want to see where I was walking. I'm going to show you again. When I was walking, moving towards going outdoor. Let me play what this area looks like, and then you can see that politician. So we're going to come back to this building in a minute, but I want to take you around. As you can see, I'm going to take you around. This is what a Yoruba nation would have been like until that man, known as Frederick Lugard, decided to make havoc. So what I'm showing you now, I'm just taking you around a little bit so that you can see that the life that we are asking you, you cannot get that kind of life in the Nigeria of today, because Nigeria is not a country and it can never work, right? It can never work. It was not designed to work. This is what a Yoruba nation would have been if late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, agenda and mission was allowed to be fulfilled. But do you know what happened? They killed that dream. That dream of Chief Obafemi Awolowo is why myself and you are still suffering in 2020. The dream that the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo had is the reason why we are still where we are, and every one of us will rather run to London because we know that you will get a better welfare system. You know that you'll be taken care of. You know that your children will go to the best school. You know that you have a quality life. But yet, the politicians that you continue to support all have houses in this suburb where they are living exclusively. But yet, you continue to suffer for the negligence of the system that is not working. So I'm going to come back. We're going to come back to this street. But I just want you to see, right? This is what a Yoruba nation could have looked like. But do you know what they did? They eventually killed that dream. That dream is the reason why myself and you are running all over the world, looking for a world to survive on.
looking for the next meal for our family and our loved ones. And a lot of people are still planning to come out of that contraction called Nigeria so that they can have a better life like this. This is not a kind of an area where the rich only lives. It's a mixture of the rich, the affluents. You can tell from the vehicles that are here, you can tell from the area is very quiet, but yet they still mix them with people that are low-income earners, right? These are exclusive. You've never seen this like this, but this is where it all started. The 1914 amalgamation, that man that we know as Frederick Lugard. Let me bring my camera back here again. Let's stay here a little bit more, right? That man, that nasty man, must have walked a lot of time from his house onto the street. He would have been thinking, how not turn Nigeria into, how come we shouldn't, let's make Nigeria, by bringing the Yoruba, the Igbo, and the Hausa, knowing that the Hausa people are not up to our standard at all, but yet they merge us together. And now we are suffering for that consequence now. 60 years down the line, we are still suffering. 60 years down the line, nothing has happened. All these people will say, oh, let's give them a chance for democracy. 20 years of democracy, look at the mess that is still out there. So these are part of the videos. Mama Wonile, Mama Boy. This video is already in Nigeria. We just need to convert it to DVD. They will watch this. They will understand from what of the videos we've sent to Nigeria. We have another caller coming through. I'm going to put you on the speaker. There might be interference between my voice and yours. Just go ahead. I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. Ekaro, Mr. Koiki.
Ekaro, man.
Ekaro, Mr. Shoaib at Manchester.
Ekaro, man.
Hello?
I'm going to say, there will be a bit of delay.
Yeah. Mo ti try láti get in touch pẹ̀lú yín, mo wá pè gan lórí gbogbo wàhálà yìí. Agbára Ọlọ́run kò ní já sásán, Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ mú wa délẹ̀ bí. Ọ̀rọ̀ fámìlì ẹ̀ gan lórí ìgbésí mi, torí pé mo rí pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹrí òtítọ́ sọ, torí wípé wọ́n ti ba gbogbo many things jẹ́ fún wa lóòótọ́ sẹ́yìn. Àwọn ìjọba tàdé wa nínà ọjà lárẹ̀já. Inú àjọ pé àjọ súnmọ́ra wa nìkẹ́ bí. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ò jẹ́ kíkà ayé àtọ́kọ̀ yìí, wọn ò jẹ́ kí tọ́mọ àti bàbá gù. Àtúkò wọn débi èmi kan tẹ́rù mo ti fi 2, 3, 4 kan ní. Ìgbà tá a bá wọ sí oníkálukú túká, nígbà la máa fi ríra wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí sísẹ̀mù lù wọ́n. Sòrí nǹkan ńlá ni ẹ̀rí ṣe, Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ máa fún yín ṣe, Ọlọ́run á wá mú wa délẹ̀ lérí. Kíní fọ́ọ̀mù wa tá a sọ kẹ́ni ká ṣe yẹn, mo ti lọ rọ ọmọ tó máa ṣe pé ìdúró mi ìmọ̀ mi pọ̀. Wọ́n ti ní ká pàdé àwọn mẹ́ta la fẹ́ ṣe. Ló wà á lè ṣe wọn nǹkan yẹn. Bóòrè yẹn náà àá sáìn náà kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀. So mo rí gbogbo wàhálà yẹn Olúwa dúró sí i.
Thank you very much. Eshegon Mamawa. Thank you very much. Eshegon Mamawa. So that is one video. Let me now remind you another video. Tọ́tù máa gbọ́ nínú lára àwọn DVD ta send sílé ta fi produce nísìn. Until tó bá gbọ́ ṣe rí táwọn náà bá ń wo àdúgbò tí mò ń show yẹn tó ń compare sádùúgbò tiẹ̀ á máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ councillor ẹ̀ senator ẹ̀ house of rep àti governor kí ló dé tàdúgbò tí wọn ò rí bí ti London ṣìbẹ́ ìlọ London. Let me rewind these. I don't have to play everything. You can go back. It's on our YouTube channel, but it is already in Nigeria, ready to roll out as a DVD. Let's roll it a little bit further. Let me move it forward. I don't have to show everything. Remember, I showed you what it looks like from outside. Let's hear more. But what? That's what you say.
Àwọn àkọ́ṣe wà tó jẹ́ pé kò sú wa èmi kò tẹ́ ẹ lè sú èmi náà torí èmi ti sáì kò lè sú èmi torí èmi ti sáì mo ti mú kínní gẹ́gẹ́ bíi pé àwọn ìran mi láti bọ́ nínú kínní wọ́n dẹ̀ máa bọ́ ni so bọ̀dá mi ẹ ṣe ẹkú ètò mo gbàgbọ́ àṣẹ.
Remember that caller that was Saheed Omobota. Ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n á ṣò yín níbi kan tí mo sọ pé ó dàbí agboolé tẹ bá rántí
during this broadcast. Yeah, I think this is this area. Area in Lele. Towards the place, you know. Let's play this again. Iwaju Ile Lugard. Frederick Lugard.
Yes,
Iwaju Ile Lele. But there's a place I wanted to show you. So the question we should be asking is, what narrow part here? Now let's watch this. Okay, let's watch this part. Let's watch this part. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo agboolé tẹ̀ ń rò pé ní Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní Ìbàdàn ní kẹ́ wọ́n ní agboolé Yamọ́kù bíbà tẹ́ pé kíní yẹn wọ̀ lè develop ẹ̀ ẹ máa wo bíbà again. Káfà náà ìtẹ́ ti di fídíò yìí. I'm gonna make my mind. Who signed the 1970?
We can talk on that. That is something we can talk behind the scenes. It's the Vuki Taiwo. I guess that should be something we should talk behind the scenes, not on the broadcast. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. Bye. Okay. So what I'm going to be showing us now, I won't take calls now because my hands is quite tight. Let me get to where I can easily, because I have these. So I'm going to put the speaker away. I want to show you. Ṣẹ́rí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ rò pé ìsàlẹ̀ kò ṣe tún ṣe gbogbo gbèríko yìí bí ìsàlẹ̀ kòró ṣe rí. They can develop it but they refuse to. Gbogbo inú ìsàlẹ̀ kò tẹ́ rò pé gbogbo tẹ́ wò yìí kò dàbí ìsàlẹ̀ kò náà ni. Ibi tí Lugard tó máa ń gbà òun àti girlfriend ẹ̀ tó bá ń lọ tó bá ń rìn títí tó fi sọ wá di ìlú burúkú tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà. So we will talk about the petition on the poll, but I'm here on a special mission. So, but we all know what to do with the petition on the poll. Abibeko, we all know. So bear with me. Let me put the speaker away because people are listening to us on the MixLR as well from here. So my hands are quite a little bit full up. So I'm going to put the speaker away. We will take more calls later. Please do not call. What I'm showing you now, around. Listen to just think of the Lagos Island that people thought cannot be developed to the standard of what I'm about to show you. You would realize that if you look at that pathway, right, it's well developed. Going this way is well developed. Let me turn the camera. For those that are MixLR, you will not see what I'm doing. So when you look at that, a narrow path, now ask yourself, look at that one from there, and ask yourself, kini yatobi bayati saleko? The only difference is they've been able to maintain and build and continue to build on the foundation as much as they can. But Lagos Island, Lagos, that you all believe that that man that you call Tinubu will be able to solve the problem. He can't solve the problem of Lagos State. Then you expect him to come and solve the problem of Nigeria. You are mad. You don't know what you're talking about. You are literally mad in your brain. If it cannot solve Lagos Island, that these are just like Lagos Island. Can you see? Can you see the structure? Right? The same thing can happen in Ibadan. But because you have selfish interest of their own alone, where the Ajimobi can buy house in America, but forget to build up a standard hospital at the UCH. Oh, you don't know. Let me take you around a little bit and let's see, what is happening here. I'm turning the camera around.
Again, these are part of the
I will take calls later.
That you'll be
I don't know which
watching
way to go. Maybe we should
soon.
go through
It's coming to your
this
doorstep.
Agbole, because
Very
I
soon.
call it Agbole. Each time you see things like this is like an Agbole. Can you see it? Right? Can you see that one as well? Now tell me, this, right? Can you look at it? Can you see that side? So now we are going into, a rural area in London, but a well-developed rural area, as it's called. As you can see, right? The difference you don't understand is nothing more than maintenance, structure, and planning. Everybody living in each of these places knows who is here. It's not like, I think, okay, it's a close. Okay, does it come out? No, it doesn't come out. Okay, let's see. No, it doesn't come out. So I'm going to come back out. So
now
that
look
is a
at
close.
this area.
But
Let's
it shows
pause
you.
this. Let's take few calls because these are what Sherry Tobacco ló ń sọ fún wọn pẹ̀lú handbill. Tọ́ọ̀rí àwòrán báyìí wọ́n ò lè understand it.
why they are suffering. Look at the structure. Timosho Yenisi, can you see the whole place? Is it not like your own somewhere in Ekiti, somewhere in Osun, in Kogi, in Kwara? I'm sure you all know where your own community is. Olukarukulomo Agbolie. But now, the reason why, and this is where Lugard lives. Now, have you thought about àwọn tó jọ ń gbé níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn? Ṣé níbi tó ti máa ń mọtí nìyẹn ni? Ṣé ibi tó ti ń ṣe ìpínlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà? Níbi inú ilé èèyàn kan ló lọ ló kàn sọ fún pé òun lòun jẹ́ administrator. I am the administrator. Then, and they decide to call us what we are today. So these are things that our people need to understand and hear it clearly. How do you expect them to watch? That video was 4 hours. How do you expect somebody that have no internet to watch it? Now we've eliminated that part. That video is already in Nigeria, will be on a DVD. And they don't need any internet to watch that. That is the game changer. It is Agboile confirmed. Yeah, Agboile ni bíbá yìí. Gbogbo bí tí mò ń show yìí, Agboile ni. There's nothing fantastic about it. I can roll the video, but you don't have to hear the voice anymore. I can do the interpretation. So let me mute it and let me just allow the video to roll. Sherry gbogbo bí tí ẹ̀ ń wò yìí, right? It's Agboile ni. Now, if this place, ẹ wo bó ṣe máa rí ní 1914, nígbà tí bàbá olórí burúkú yẹn tó ń gbé ládùúgbò yìí, ẹ wá wo bó ti ṣe rí, wọ́n ti increase ẹ̀, iná débẹ̀, omi débẹ̀, everything is working. But yet, ẹ lọ sí Agboile yín nísìn, kẹ́ bèrè pé ṣé iná ń ṣiṣẹ́, ṣomi wà. Now, they can watch all that when we convert it to a DVD. So these are some of the videos. So many like that. There's another one I want to remind you. I think I've already found that one. Let's come back here. We're still taking calls. Again, if anyone have a spare mobile phone, do let us know. We need to send this thing to Nigeria. We already have a few laptops here. We'll be sending some stuff in the next couple of days. We are now moving door to door, speaking with the real people in the rural area, in the city, in everywhere. We'll be going crisscross, asking them, ṣé ti gbọ́ Yorùbá Nation? Ti gbọ́. Let me show you what is going to be happening. Let's pause the video. Remember, they were already working, but we're going to increase that volume with all the other states as well, as we get support as well. So once again, this is our people. Shall we want about details more? What should she program here, Lord? Let's play it again. So that is the handbill with our, people in Osun State. Very soon, we're going to be moving them. Once you be moving to another state, you can see that this is part of the engagement, that took place in Osun State. More of these will be happening in other states as well very, very soon, including Lagos State, Ogun State, and the rest of the, north and the southeast as well. Again, we'd like to say thank you very much to those that have contributed. This, I believe, was the one I was sent. This is 1,000 copies. In your call America, I won't tell you what state, Latima pick, but we'll be picking this up. About the address in I'm around when you are collected. This is what we're asking you. Do 1,000, do 2,000, and send the money, we will go and do it. It says there, Iletia, support an independent Faramo Ominira Ile Omo Karo Ojire Yoruba Nation. You can also call, my number is also there. So that's why, the volume of the calls coming as well. When they call, we can direct them to other areas as well. And then they can also visit our website
and sign the petition and the poll. So, Entoba TV website, Walori flyer, we have our website there. You might not be able to see it properly, but there's a website there as well. And it also says there, how to sign the poll and petition. Visit www.koikimedia.com. So, Toba Shenri leaflet yi, wa ma wa sí orí website yi. Toba Shenri orí website yi, wa ma rí bí tó ti máa sign poll and petition as well. So, this is all what we've done. Wa sí poll and petition as well. So, this is the work that we have been doing, and we now to increase it as well. Like I said, even the place got CCTV. We need CCTV. Not any CCTV. So again, this is what it looks like when it's produced. Another set, what I actually collect another 5,000 no. So I'm a mover. Lord la lagbaro long. We say thank you very much to one of our fathers as well. We've done 15 banners. Banners in Makuro Leko. Ní ọ̀la as well. Mo ní sọ state tó ń lọ, but tó bá ti dé state yẹn, wá send the picture sí wa. Tó bá ti send picture yẹn, àfi wá sí orí afẹ́fẹ́. Tó bá fẹ́ copy leaflet yìí, you can go on Koiki Media Facebook page. You can download it. When it's ready, call us. We will come and pick it up. Or if you want me to send it by WhatsApp to you, give me a call. I will send it to you by WhatsApp. So this is what it looks like. Iletia support an independent independent Yoruba nation. Faramo Òmìnira Ilẹ̀ Ọmọ Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire. How to sign the poll and petition? They will visit Koiki Media. We also have our number there so that they can be able to reach us if they need to know or ask more questions as well. Please, we need your help in Lagos State. Okay, we're trying our best. We're trying to work with every state. We're working with every state. Yeah, even here in the UK, in the farms, they have CCTV, light, water, everything. So if I come back, where are we again? So again, if anyone around the world that is watching us, you can also buy this, send it to Nigeria, let us know where we can pick it up. And if you want to buy for us in Nigeria, I'm told the price is 250,000 naira. It's a price in Nigeria. But if you think you can buy it, or you have a second-hand one that you are not using in anywhere you are around the globe, do let us know. Send it to us. All we then have to do is we'll be burning it ourselves. Then we don't have to take it to Ibitot Mama Bawashe. But presently now, one Bawashe new. So one Bawashe Otienisi, and it's costing 55 naira per one DVD in Nigeria. But if we have these, we can do it ourselves. All we need to buy is buy blank DVDs and continue to duplicate. So this is what it looks like. It's called Duplicator. So, but for now, we only have to use what we have. Also, like I said, this week, we have about 4 laptops. We still need more laptops. We want to send those ones home. All these things is going to cost money as well. To ship them from here to Nigeria is also going to cost money as well. So these are part of what we have been doing, behind the scene. And that is why this week, you will not, this is going to be my last broadcast. So you will not be able to watch me for a couple of days. We'll probably be back over the weekend so that I can focus and concentrate on some of these work that we are doing. Let's go back to this image. So this is what it looks like. Again, in the Nigeria of today, my name is Olawumi Koiki. You are watching Nigeria at the verge of breakup. Go and sign the petition and the poll. It is very, very important. It is vital that we sign the petition and the poll. And you can see, right? You can see the system where vehicles can go in and out, where delivery man can do their own job without being no interference, right? Now, ask yourself, where's the night post? It's off 419. So, do you know, let me continue to roll that, and then you will just hear my voice over as well. Do you know that post office is making so much money? Royal Mail. I'm sure the same thing in US, in Canada. These are things that will happen when we have our own nation. If you know how much Royal Mail is making every year, let me see if I can get that statistics. Let's leave this and come back here. +4475 940507979 for those of you that wants to call the show. Let's see Royal Mail. Royal Mail, how much is making? Royal Mail. What do I want to? How do I want to put that? Royal Mail total income. So Royal Mail, for those of you in UK, let's see. Okay, I got something to show you. That is the beauty of technology. I always call Google. You can see what Royal Mail made between the annual revenue of the Royal Mail from 2010 to 2020. This statistic shows the revenue of the Royal Mail Group from 2010 to 2020 in the financial year ending March 2020. The group generated £10.8 billion in revenue, an increase compared to the previous year. Ask yourself, why is NIPOS not working? So all these are reasons why our people must understand these videos. And say, Nigeria at some point, we are sending them batch by batch. So state concon elomi ma wo part 40, after lọ sí Meduguri lọ gba part 39 níbi tó bá kalára dé. Because they need to get the reason why in Nigeria is not working. Nigeria was a kind of a country that was set up, by the system here. And only the 1% continue to enjoy it. So our people must be able to hear this clearly. Clearly. Not the few people that we are watching on the social media. No. We need to start moving away from the social media and take the fight straight down to where it needs to be. And that is what we are planning to do. Even land phone is everywhere in desert. So ìjà yìí nísìn aláti gbé sísàlẹ̀ nísìn ni. Yes, it will, people can still be doing their own, Facebook, whatever, but I'm going to be taking time off for the next couple of days while I review. Because if we are here sitting down every day and the work is not happening in Nigeria on the ground, then who is deceiving who? The real job that should be done by some organization, they're not going to do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do our own bit to move, this awareness straight down to the local government. Every part, we need to start moving from one end to the other, from one state to the other. No, don't think that, there will be money that will be given to anybody. No. We will support you with the little that we can. And you have to understand that. So don't think that, somebody will give you, something that, no, but we will give you the little that we can to support you so that we can kind of, help you. So DVD, we expect you to take it to Mushin. Yeah, we give you the transportation fee. We don't expect you to go to Mushin and distribute it without taking a transportation fee. It's not going to happen. After any transportation, after a load of my for the day. We're not shaking Wakmi, but them are lonely. I want Montowan in way. Egba, you shall put more my lontier. The back mini Mushin, walk mini Badon, walk mini Kogi, walk mini Kwara, walk mini different places. And they say, any church member, any mashalashi nile, get 100 copies for 5,500 naira. We send it straight to we be the send the law. And the matter if more copies, fair, why not? How much is 5,500 naira in pounds today? What is the exchange rate? So if truly, this is the message. Message that one on the social media, day and night. Now we want that message to go into their room. Kogboninu yàrá wọn, kogboninu barber shop, ibi hairdresser. Ẹni tó wá ṣerun nígbà tó bá ń gbọ́ báyìí, á ní kó firun sílẹ̀. Ó dà pé tí bàbá yìí sọ, òun náà ti rò bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìlú yóò gbádùn, ara máa tá. But nígbà tí kò bá gbọ́, á kọ̀ gẹrun, wá play Yorùbá movie, á jáde. But bí àtọ́ bá wọlé, èwo lẹ́ ń wò yọ náà, gbogbo kan wèrè máa ní. Ilé ní ọmọ break up. Ìyàwó máa, yes, èmi náà ti sọ pé máa break, ṣèbí mo sọ fún yín. That is how we're going to start moving the message. Let's do this for a couple of months, and you will now see what I say will happen in January. Post office, last song, I will not make. Post office,
Every day, long post letter nílùú yìí. Every blessed day, Monday to Sunday. Àwọn kan ti ju tí wọ́n sínú post nísìn. Tó bá dàárọ̀, the first post wọ́n máa kó láàárọ̀. Ṣé post office ń ṣiṣẹ́? When I went to post office at Ibadan near Cocoa House last year, trust me, I cried all week. Royal Mail also offers you life insurance. They have different things that they offer you. That's what they're making. Let's open that up a little bit more. So every one of us can do 100 copies. Whatever copies you want to do. Kódà tá a bá ti bá ti ara bá ti ṣe copy tiẹ̀, ibi tó bá fẹ́ ká send ẹ̀ lọ, a bẹ̀ send ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. Ìwọ ló mọ bó ṣe fẹ́ pín. Ìwọ ṣáà sọ ibi tó ń lọ. Wọ́n má worry, á débẹ̀. Ibikíbi tó bá fẹ́ kó lọ. And if you think you have the know-how as well, download the videos and send it off as well from your side. Every day, if the video I'm doing now is being recorded. So Facebook will close the account to our problem to 1 year. Our copy is already with us. And it's going to be with us for history purpose as well. So let's go back and look at these statistics. Everything is about statistics in this country. That's what you don't understand. It's all about the statistics. Statistics to máa fún yín pé eye báyìí la make lọ́dún yìí, eye báyìí la expect láti make the next year. Let's go back. Royal Mail PLC. Financial report for the year ending March 29, 2020 to Thursday, 25th June 2020. These are the things you cannot get in Nigeria. Let's see, maybe I can pick something from there. Adjust Group Financial Summary. This is why Nigeria is not working. Nothing is being audited. Everything is all about the 419. Because somebody wants to manipulate the system. All this is a system that can work, but they purposely refuse to do it. According to the group, operating profit of £325 million was down 13.6% to 312 million, excluding impact of I think that's probably their tax revenue or whatever, within forecast of range of 300 million to 340 million. Why are we saying all these? These are things that you can think of. So we can make money right from a Yoruba post office. I always wonder why Nigerian government find it difficult to emulate the great things in the UK. No, they can't. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Yes, you're right, Uncle. Almost every day they are sharing letters. As I speak right now, people are sending letters. Postman ma pick the first postman will pick it up tomorrow morning. So when people at home do not understand all these, then how do you tell them you want to fight? How do you tell them, now they'll be prepared to fight? Because at year one, what the more reason the APC and the PDP, they are all 419. Because Nigeria found them 419. So let's go further into this. This is just, so many of different. This is just one. Royal Mail, last one, I see some Mail. Right? Royal Mail. Social Funding Annual Report, 2018 to 2019. Social Fund Annual Report. There should be reports for everything. Ask for that in Nigeria now. It's going to be story. Is it that they burn down the building so that you don't have access to that document? They will purpose, one man will say, hello, some building here, because Omar Koti corrupt the building here. Let's read some of these as well. This is the 31st annual report to the Parliament on the operation of Social Fund for Great Britain, covering 2018 to 2019. This is even something different, from from the Royal Mail. But Royal Mail works with the government here in UK. We are not Nigeria. We are not Nigeria. Nigeria is a scam. Yes. Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is an artificial country made by Britain. You're quite right, James Lincoln. Can't we start our own Yoruba social media by creating the site and divert attention of our people there? Oh, yes, everything is possible. It's all about planning and then working. I was watching Simon Ekpa yesterday. I think they're also working on a new website where they don't have to use Facebook. I mean, yeah, they will still be using Facebook, but the transmission will come from their website.
Eventually, Koiki Media will do as well, because I know there's a software you can buy. It's going to cost money. I think about $1,000. We don't need Facebook. So we want to be streaming through Facebook, but the main stream will come from the website. They can't hold us to ransom by not allowing us to say what we want to say. Every time they will close your account, they will give you a notification notice. They're all working with the bad government of Nigeria. We have a caller coming from Nigeria. Hello? Hello? Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, ariwo pọ̀ ní background tẹ wà. Ariwo wà ní background tẹ wà. Ṣé inú church lẹ wà ní àbí mọ́ṣáláṣí? Ẹ ṣáà kúrò níbi tẹ wà yẹn náà, ariwo pọ̀ ńbẹ̀. Anyway, let's come back here. A lot of you do not know the social fund is regulated scheme made up of maternity grant. Èèyàn mélòó ní Nàìjíríà ló ń fún ní maternity grant? Ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n tún sanwó fáwọn tí ó bá kú nílùú yìí? Funeral expenses payment, cold weather payment. Ǹjẹ́ bí òun ṣe fẹ́ pa yín ní Nàìjíríà, ǹjẹ́ wọ́n fún yín lówó? These are things our people don't understand. That is why they need to start watching it on the video. Kò ṣe pé ká kàn máa fẹnu sọ fún wọn pé kìíní yìí ṣẹlẹ̀. No, táwọn náà bá ń rí nísìn. Wọ́n lè understand it. Hello? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa gẹ́tẹ̀ yẹn kọ́lẹ̀ yẹn kọ́lẹ̀ sọ ní ìwà ẹ̀ máa pè mí lẹ́yìn ètò nínú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ gẹ́tẹ̀ yẹn kò lè ṣe ẹ fi ṣe máa sọ bí tẹ máa ṣe ẹ fẹ́ kí n sọ ilé yín fún wọn ní lórí broadcast. Ẹ̀yin tẹ everybody ló máa get, but ṣé 1,000 copies ní ló máa ká gbogbo south west ní kò lè ká náà. That's why we are saying people need to support. Mo ní 1,000 fẹ́ dé 1,000 gan tó ti kà á gbolé kan. But what we plan to do is, we distribute the first 1,000, and then when we get more funding, we do more. So it's all about the fund. So let's come back here. Èèyàn mélòó ní Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n fún ní maternity grant? I'm asking question here. Èèyàn mélòó ló ń fún ní pé family ẹ̀ kú lé níyì o for whatever reason? Àwa lọ bá council àbí àlọ́ bá ìjọba pé kọ́ fún òun lówó. These are reasons why Nigeria can never in 210,000 years work, because it is not designed for that purpose. Am I worried? Everybody at home will get the DVD at some point. We even get Christmas bonus at work. Can you hear that? Oh, how much is 100 copies? 100 copies is 5,500 naira. And we can give you that whole 100 copies, or if you donate it to us, it's up to you. You can say, give me 50 out of it, send it to this place. I mean, probably need a bit of, maybe 2,000 naira for the transportation. It's not that expensive to move things in Nigeria. And we can send it anywhere you want. You can do 10,000 copies, you can do 100 copies. But 100 copies will cost 5,500 naira, because it's an average of 55 naira. Until something like this. If you have a, second-hand one in America, in UK, or you can say, you know what? For Yoruba Nation, I'm going to buy this. Send it to Nigeria. Don't send it to me, because then I still have to look for money to send it. So you got to send it yourself. So you should be able to send it straight to Nigeria. But it's already in Nigeria as well. They already give me a price, 250,000 naira. That way, we don't have to go and be duplicating anywhere. Right inside the house, we just buy blank DVD. Let's come back here. Social funding. These are how the government in UK is helping their citizens. That is why they left EU, because other parts of the world are coming here to enjoy it, while their own citizens are now complaining. Why do you think they left EU? So, the focus of the broadcast, again, this is going to be our last broadcast for the next couple of days. I will not be live tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, I'll probably be back over the weekend, by God's grace. So if you don't see me, you're probably hearing that now. Whoever is not here, pass the message to them. We will continue to update our Facebook and all our social media handle. We will continue to share other broadcasts from different media, but then I will be working hard behind the scene to make sure that the DVD goes to where I want it to go. You can see different funding for different purposes. There's different support that you can get. Income support, employment support, allowance, job seekers allowance, university credit, pension credit, child tax credit. If any diaspora in UK telling you Nigeria is working, and you come and send the vote on form, come and send the CUCLA every week. Even disability and severe disability allowance, housing benefit, and even the unknown. So why do you want to continue with Nigeria? Funeral expenses, income, support, employment, and support allowance. So these are the funding that the UK gives out every blessed day. Even nínú òtútù báyìí ní sin wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sanwó fáwọn kan. Cold weather payment. Ǹjẹ́ bọ́ọ̀rùn ṣe ń mú ẹ ní Nàìjíríà? Ǹjẹ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ sanwó fún ẹ pé ìtorí òòrùn tó wà Nàìjíríà tó pọ̀ yìí o, ẹ máa gba 20 naira, ẹ máa gba 1,000 naira kó máa fi ra nǹkan tútù torí òòrùn tó wà Nàìjíríà. Ó mọ̀ pé reason tó ṣe fún wọn ní owó fún weather bíbá ni pé because ìtorí òtútù bí ṣe wà nísìnyí wọ́n ti tan heater nínú ilé nísìnyí. The house is warm. It's cost a lot of money. All these things are not free as well. But the government also support people in this country. So those of you at home, you don't understand why we, the diaspora, are really upset that you still don't get the message. Your politicians are your problem. Let's quickly look at the dailies today, because I think I saw a few things there. Let's come to the Punch newspaper. And let me tell you some of what is there. 419 country. Where do we start? Domestic refined will end on stable petrol pricing. So rather than the government in Nigeria to support you, by reducing the petrol fare, because they know that in the first place. So wọ́n ti ẹ̀rú tọmọ kékeré tó wà nínú ilé débi pọ́fẹ́ ru tàgbàlagbà pọ́fẹ́ ru tarúgbó kò sí tó kàn jọba ìbáwọn ti níná ìyẹn ni Ṣadé Tinubu ọmọ olè pọ̀ ó ń lo direct electricity from ilé Sanwó-Olú kí Sanwó-Olú kó wá gbé mi lọ sí court tó sọ pé tí mò ń san ẹ̀rọ ni ó dẹ̀ ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ìgbà tí bàbá ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ Jagaban lú ẹ̀ Jagaban olè Ṣadé Tinubu has never paid for electricity ever since she's been living in the same house. Ilé government house lọ ti tápù ná ìwọ kẹrẹ́dí sí òun support the same nasty people whereas electricity tariff has gone up yet the petrol price has gone up. Why tẹ́ pé ẹ nílà káyè ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé tá à ń sọ fún yín èèyàn kan lánàá nísìn ọmọ 15 years old wọ́n lè jẹ́ kó kúrò lọ́sípítù nítorí pé feeding fee. Is it not the same thing? Now we realize eléyìí ní over 3 weeks the bullet ó ṣì wà lára ẹ̀. Ẹ ti gbàgbé náà the massacre the Lekki massacre ẹ mọ̀ ká máa ń tètè gbàgbé nǹkan a máa ń tètè gbàgbé nǹkan àwa ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire òun nísìn 3 weeks down the line this person is still carrying the bullet tí tó bá jẹ́ pé nílùú yìí tí wọ́n lè jẹ́ kíyàn kan tẹ̀ gbé bullet sára for 3 weeks bí a owó surgery ni kò ní ní who knows àtẹ̀kúkú mọ̀ ìlú tó ṣiṣẹ́ it's not gonna work. How many people need to die before we end Nigeria? How many more people? Ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbàdúrà káwọn èèyàn kú sí ni àbí ẹ fẹ́ gbàdúrà pé ká tètè pààyàn káwa náà ká pa wọ́n? Because they're gonna kill us anyway. Why not kill them? Àwọn kan ní náà we can't be saying that on the social. Orí ọ̀pẹ, don't tell that to your father and your mother. Not here on this broadcast. We kill them because they're ready to kill us. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n pààyàn léjìgbò lánàá. Àbí níjọ́ Friday rather. So ẹni tó pààyàn léjìgbò yẹn ní símbó ló wà. We don't know where the guy is. The guy has run away. So now there's tendency that the guy will kill another Yoruba man or Yoruba woman. Ọlọ́mọ àtẹ̀yẹ kó tó bá wọn sùn kó tó pa wọ́n. Tíyẹn bá ka ẹ̀mọ́ níta lálẹ́ apá ẹ̀. Ó lè gbé passenger kó bá sùn kó pa. Ẹni tó lè stab èèyàn. I'm talking about the Ejigbo crisis where the person, the Hausa man is not an Hausa man, is a Boko Haram. Nobody knows. So ó ti pa gbé family àwa sọ pé lórúkọ Jésù, lórúkọ Ànábì, ẹ̀kọ́ náà kó forí jì í. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa máa ṣe irú life àfihàn ká máa live nìyẹn mad people all over the place. Let's take the message down to them now. Ẹ jẹ́ kó lè tètè gbọ́ message yìí kára tí wọ́n náà lè bù máa ṣọ́. Ẹjọ́ tá à ń rò ti pọ̀ jù. Action la need nísìn. Action. We've been talking too much. Let's now look at Sanwó-Olú and Buratai 419. Lekki shootings. Buratai ordered deployment of trainee soldiers according to the general. Àwọn tó ṣe ń train lọ́nà lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n náà ọmọ kankan òkú ni. Useless country. It is totally unbelievable what is going on in Nigeria. You're quite right. Ìgbọ́lá ti fẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ tó GP ló kọ̀ra dárúkọ yẹn ní Nigeria. To see a doctor in Nigeria is like a war. People say there's no war. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé war every day ni war wà ní Nigeria? Before I will play you another video. Let me remind you that video. Let me move my scene away first so that I can prepare that video. Remember the 20th of October. Right on this show, we declare a war in Nigeria. Some of you never believed us. Some of you said, no, you can't be using this kind of language. Eventually, our people were killed right inside Lekki Toll Gate. Also, I declared a war on the 20th of October at about 12 p.m. And right at 7 p.m., people were being massacred all over the place. Now they are pointing fingers. As someone will say, no, we did not call the army. Army said, no, you are mad. You are the one that called us. So I want to see that one. They're lying. Want to see that one? Let us show you the video. With technology, you will hear what I said on the day I declared the war. I believe it was one of our episodes that we did in the afternoon. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. I remember people were calling me all over the place. What are we going to do? What's the power no more? We're going to be anything now. So I'm going to show you. Okay. I guess we did the video, the Nigeria at the verge of breakup. I believe Shele Nisha before the killings. Dates were late. I think it was part 150. Let me see. We declared the war. Let me hear this voice. Yeah. It's an interactive platform, and I take.
They were killing themselves in order for somebody to become a president.
All right. Let me just show you what happened anyway. After we came back in the night, we did another show, Nigeria at War. Everybody called. Everybody was bitter. Everybody was upset. Could they make any impact? Professor Banji Akintoye, come out now today and declare a Yoruba nation. Eshindro for international community. We are bloody wasting our time. International community. Tí wọ́n sọ fún àwọn nígbà tó ń bọ̀ wá kó wa lẹ́rú. Táwọn plan níbi tó ti plan ẹ̀. Tó fi wọlé sí wa lára. Tó fi pa wá. Kó tó di pọ́n kó wa lẹ́rú. Ìyẹn làwa tún ṣẹ̀wá fi ọmọ sọ fún nísìnyí pé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Yorùbá, a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, ẹ jẹ́ ká negotiate. Àní káwa declare ká sọ fún wọn pé àwa ò sí nínú Nàìjíríà mọ́ as at now. Anything against that, we are bloody wasting our time. We are bloody wasting our time. International community mélòó lẹ rí nísìn tó sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá láti wá ràn yín lọ́wọ́. Wá pa ṣé gé sí wa lára. Wá ṣe kí ni wá pa ṣé gé sí wa lára. Wá ṣe kí ni ṣé òkú díẹ̀ tẹ́ ń rí ìyẹn ni gbogbo yín lẹ̀ freeze. Let us declare a Yoruba nation now. Kakuku mọ̀ pé a fẹ́ ja war pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ lè ja war nísìnyí torí pé ẹ declare Yoruba nation. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Professor Banji Akintoye pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn tó kù. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn ọba yẹn fà àwọn yẹn sílẹ̀? Àní káwa declare Yoruba nation. Ọ̀rọ̀ bá kọ́ni tó wà nílẹ̀ mọ́ nísìnyí. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa declare Yoruba nation bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí. Kakuku wá face Nigerian government. Torí Nigerian government face our bad. Káwa náà kúkú wá face wọn once and for all. Kakuku. That was my video on October 20th after we came back. No, I think this was 21st, if I'm right. October 22nd rather. October 20 lọ́pọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Ìtí mo tẹ̀ ń wá tẹ̀ kọ́ lélẹ̀. October 20 lọ́pọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yẹn. So this was like 2 days after. There should be one before this as well. There should be one. I remember we went out. Everybody was doing protest. Protest money. Is anybody doing protest now in Nigeria? Is it not the same people now? They're saying the military send deployment of trainee soldiers according to revealed 81 division had troops shortage during the EndSARS protest. Says Army. Unhappy Sanwo-Olu denied inviting soldiers.
The commander of 81 Military Intelligence Brigadier, Victoria Island, Lagos Brigadier General Ahmed Taiwo, said yesterday, Saturday, that the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant Colonel Tuka Buratai, ordered the deployment of soldiers undergoing training at the military school for the Lekki exercise due to the shortage of troops. So those that end up killing our children during the Lekki massacre are training. Can you imagine? Training. International community are not going to intervene. We are going to start the problem before they cannot intervene. Now they can intervene in Ethiopia because there's problem in Ethiopia. Go and follow what is happening in Ethiopia. Until there's problem, some people say, no, don't create problem. There's problem already in Nigeria every day. But we need to go right inside more. And that is why I'm going to be taking a bit of time off, from my live show. This is going to be the last one until I come back again. And we have still have a few more hours or so to go. But people believe that, we should just continue, come and sit down here, we talk. People call the show. No, let us now do the legwork. And anyone that wants to call me after when I'm off, would have to really call me for a real reason. Not call, no. Have you make a copy of our flyer and send it to your own people? Have you done the video? Have you send the DVD? So that we can take serious calls. Look, you think you are the only one calling me. I'm receiving more than 200 calls on a day. And in person, everybody's giving average of 20 minutes. Hours may go to 24 hours a day, or 12 hours clock. So when people call, and sometimes I need to disengage you, you have to understand that there are so many people calling as well. So that's why I need that bit of room this week to tidy up, some of the few things I need to do, to make sure that, the DVD rolls out this week, and then we can distribute it and then continue to work with the handbill. They call it handbill in Nigeria, but we call it flyers. We need more of it. Trainees were sent to kill our people. Is that the way you want to continue? So much problem. But people think that problem will go away. No, it's not going to go away. We need to send it away. How do we send it away? By doing the right thing now, visiting them, going to their houses and tell them that the Yoruba nation is about to become reality. Don't worry, people will say it's not going to happen. Tell them we will not hold 2023 election. Election is not going to hold in Nigeria. Regardless of whatever anybody can tell you. I can assure you that. That's Shedumari. There much election 2023. No, it won't happen. But anything can happen between now and 2023. Anything can happen. Go and get yourself fortified. Lord dire ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò bá jẹ́ Bible ló fẹ́ fi dire lọ dire. Kò bá jẹ́ tìbílẹ̀ ni lọ dira. Kò bá jẹ́ ti kúnkúṣe Quran ló fẹ́ lò lọ dira. I say there will be no election, but I can also confirm that anything can happen between now and 2023. Although in the north, you're wasting your time. It might be too late at some point. Once again, a very good afternoon. If you wait for international community, you wait for a very, very long time. Sign the petition on the poll. If anyone deceive you and say that Nigeria will not break, tell them it will eventually break. Let's finish watching our video that we started with this morning during the show. Is it this one? That one. It's just about a few more minutes left. Let's watch it.
Quietly dispersed, perhaps remembering the previous riot. This time, nobody killed, only a few injured. Awolowo is a man of steady nerves. He was ill when he appeared at the rally, but he had to appear. Otherwise, he would have been called a coward by his enemies. By morning, he felt better. There was a considerable riot when you spoke here yesterday. Was this an organized thing put on by the opposition?
My own view is that it had been organized by some people.
You don't think it could have been just...
It wasn't spontaneous. In a town like Kano, you have a lot of loafers who can easily be made to do any dirty work by giving them a few shillings or something.
Does this mean the campaign as a whole is going to get more violent as it goes on?
I don't think so. My experience is that you have loafers mainly in the cities. They don't exist in the villages. And so far, my campaigns in the villages have been very successful, even though there are no police protection at all. You attended one, anyway.
There was no riot when the Sardana staged his Northern People's Congress rally in Kano a few days later. Nobody would have dared try to break up that one. But it was significant that the Sardana came out at all. He had said he wouldn't have to campaign in this election. The threat of Iwo's helicopter tour in the north may have changed his mind. Politicians who remember the Truman Dewey election of '48 don't take victory for granted.
There is no need for me to do any election campaign here. In the old days, the Emir of Kano was known as the chief warrior of the Sultan of Sokoto. And today, I regard all people of Kano as the warriors of the Sardana of Sokoto.
Sardana spoke about 10 minutes, no longer. He didn't have to speak longer. Kano was in the bag for his northern party. In this province, the Emir of Kano is spiritual leader among his people. His honor guard of drummers, horsemen, soldiers is a spectacle for impressing the citizenry whenever he leaves or returns to his palace. His powers have Oriental roots. According to local legend, the coats of mail of his honor guard came from the Crusades. But today, another kind of crusade, a political crusade from the south, is causing the Emir and his political colleagues greater concern. It was in the lavish medieval splendor of the Emir's palace, with the Emir himself a courteous but silent host, that we spoke with the Sardana of Sokoto, the supreme political boss of the northern region.
The country was shattered in the first place by intertribal wars and so on. Now, although we don't have intertribal wars now, but still, you find some sort of frictions between especially major political parties. Now, I don't think, now, for instance, a gentleman came to the north here, he did a lot of things contrary to northern traditions and customs, and that arouses a lot of feeling. Now, for somebody to come in a plane right over the top of the Emir's house here, to drop some leaflets, well, that is contrary to our customs here. In the first place, the house is Pada. And secondly, well, we don't, why should he look into the house of another man, which is not our own tradition? Well, he did that sort of thing in many places, and that has roused a lot of feelings against him and also against his Yoruba tribe.
I assume, sir, you are talking now about the helicopter campaign of the Action Group.
Yes, I am, indeed.
What is your principal complaint about the Action Group?
Well, in actual fact, I have nothing against Action Group, except they are more or less people, who don't come in the open to tell you what they mean or what they feel. I would rather live with a friend who talks straight instead of a person always in circumlocution, which is Action Group.
Several years ago, some young educated Muslims rebelled against the powerful Northern People's Congress, convinced it would never lead the North to equality with the other regions in modern progress. They formed NEPU, Northern Element Progressive Union, and allied with Zeke's party of the Eastern region. This party finds support among the Talakawa, the impoverished peasant masses.
Hi, I'm Dr. Amy Killen. I have my own medical practice, and I've been using Doodly now for a few weeks to create these really
Their leader, the frail, dedicated former teacher Malam Aminu Kano of a prominent family. Campaign issues: breaking the power of the emirs, democratizing the native authority, development for the North.
We have colleges, we have big airports, we have hotels, we have all these civilizing effects in this country. Yet the NPC wants us to continue looking to the past. While we have
you can see where we all, this was back then, and we are still in the same system. Nothing has changed until we end it. No one is going to end it for us. This has been dragging for too long. Dragging for too long. And it is time we put a full stop to it. I know sometimes, YouTube do not like us using some of those videos. They're kind of very, very funny. The moment you start playing those videos, you can see that the broadcast is kind of a little bit unstable. It's because of that video. It's because of that video. I can see that the broadcast is not stable. Let's see how far the weather is back to normality. Anyway, we'll bring the close to an end anytime soon. So let's recap where we are and where we started, so that I can wind down this broadcast, because I'm not sure what has happened. When you play video like that, YouTube as well, with all their criminals, they all do the same thing. Yoruba self-determination, way forward. We're going to be taking a short break to review our work, concentrate on the awareness so far. So that means for a few days, I will not be live, as you'll be watching us Monday to Friday. Also, we plan to roll out the DVD this coming week. We've given you the price. The price for that is going to cost 5,500 naira for 100 copies. So depending on how many copies you can afford. Also, please remember, to put it on the note. If the purpose of the money is for that DVD, just put DVD, so that we are also aware of that, so that we are not mixing it with any other payment towards the the media. Also, continue to support the the GoFundMe. Yesterday we were able to raise £1,000 on that GoFundMe, which has literally pushed the GoFundMe up as well since yesterday. I'd like to appreciate everyone that have also contributed. Likewise as well, thank you very much to our team that are working tirelessly. Remember to visit our website, www.koikimedia.com. And on that note, I'll bring the broadcast to an end right now, because I can see that the broadcast have also got a bit of interference, and I'm sure it's because of that video from the fraudulent election that we now realize, when Aaron Smith told us everything that we never knew in 1959. The first election of 1960 is all fraud anyway. But once again, a very good afternoon to you wherever you are. The number is +4475 940500979. The number is the one scrolling on the top and right at the bottom as well. Have a very happy Sunday. We hope to be back very soon, but we will let you know. But for now, I will not be live for the next couple of days. Bye from this end. Once again, this will be the last broadcast for a couple of days. I will not be live, so make sure you let somebody that is not watching, in case they're asking, where have I been? Tell them we are reviewing everything we've done, and we'll be back very soon again. Bye from this end.
Not just together. Who made you God over us? You don't know anything about us. Just come up from nowhere. I'm not just together. Since then we never get it right. And here you are, you're right to claim. As you want it to, and you are afraid to let Baba in. Amalgamation for 190 expire. What will expire now to 2014. So IG and my created by the enemy of black men. There, where the black never civilize. Location 9, that is what it is. The country where the leader said the people's glory. They turn their children to prostitute, and they turn boy children to terrorists. Now, terrorists on the takeover. We know they do again. Say hold the freedom. Now, location 9, ìlú Boko Haram, ìlú àwọn hush politician àti X-Men. Fake promises every year, fake miracle everywhere, fake military anywhere. Now, all the ground people wanna go, the Afro people wanna go. Location 419 need to break for freedom, 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 freedom. We need the freedom, freedom, freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Free education and audio. Good security na one chance. Over 100 million people don't work. How my nigga need a job, they know they see work. They want to go to farm, full and near attack. Don't give me any fucking reason why we no go. Even many people say they wanna go. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Tó bá gbàgbọ́ nínú Oòduà Republic, ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan sí wọ́n bọ̀ I'm fighting. So kí ọjọ́ alẹ́ wa kó lè dùjọ́ yìí, ẹ dìde ọmọ Odùduwà. This was the you're British, you came to Africa to come and enslave us, and you call it colonization. You join four nations together, and you call it one Nigeria. We tell you we are one, when only everybody never get themselves right. But you join us together, even with the people who never think like us. And since then, you damage our culture, you damage our language, and you damage our way of life. Not because of your own weakness. Before one may have amalgamation has expired since 2014. Come to Nigeria. Come and separate where you match together as one. We are not one. We can never be one. We don't have the same culture. We don't speak the same language. We just came out from nowhere and match us together. Who made it God over us? We don't know anything about us. We just come out from nowhere and match us together. Since then we never get it right. And here you are, you're right to claim. As you want it to, and you are afraid to let Baba in. Amalgamation for 190 expire. What will expire láti 2014. So IG and Masu, as you want it to láti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ lẹ́ Baba yín. A fool at 60 is a fool forever. Ẹ Masu.